Hi there, I'm so glad you're here. I know it's late, and I know that even though the lights are out, the world still feels a bit too heavy, a bit too bright inside your mind. Maybe your thoughts are racing through tomorrow's to-do list or replaying a conversation from earlier today, searching for a better ending. I can feel that weight you're carrying, the pressure to have it all figured out, even in the dark. But here is a secret for tonight. There is absolutely nothing you need to fix right now. Not your career, not your relationships, and not even your sleep. You don't have to solve the puzzle of your life at 2 a.m. Over the next few minutes, we're not going to try to do anything. We're just going to practice the art of softening, letting the day dissolve piece by piece like salt in warm water. There's no goal to reach and no way to do this wrong. So for now, just let your eyes drift shut if they haven't already. Take a slow breath and simply let my voice be a soft lantern in the room. You don't have to follow, you just have to listen. As you settle into the sound of my voice, let that soft lantern light in your mind cast a gentle glow over the space around you. You don't have to follow a map anymore. You've reached the end of the day's road, and right here, in the quiet embrace of your bed, the world can finally stop asking things of you. Think about the life you've been carrying all day, the American hustle, the constant doing, the endless stream of notifications and expectations. Without even realizing it, we spend our waking hours wearing a suit of armor. It's invisible, but it's heavy. It's the armor of being the responsible one, the productive one, the person who has to have all the answers for the boss, for the kids, for the bank. We tighten our shoulders to hold it up. We clench our jaws. We move through our cities and our workplaces like soldiers on a mission, braced for the next problem to solve. But the mission is over now. The sun has gone down and the stars are indifferent to your to-do list. They just shine. And tonight, you can just be. Imagine yourself standing in the doorway of this sanctuary, this bed that has been waiting for you like a loyal friend. Beneath that warm light of your mental lantern, I want you to feel yourself slowly unbuckling that armor piece by piece. Start with the heavy helmet, the weight of your thoughts, the crown of your head where the over-analysis lives. Feel the straps loosen around your temples as you take a slow, deep breath in and a long, sighing breath out. Feel that mental pressure lift. The thoughts of what you should have said in that meeting or how you're going to handle that bill, just let them slide off. They are like metal plates hitting the floor with a dull, distant thud. They aren't you. They're just equipment you've been wearing. Now, move to the breastplate, the shield you wear over your heart. This is where we hold the I'm okay face, the emotional strength we project so no one sees our fatigue. Feel the weight of it pulling at your chest. As you sink deeper into the mattress, imagine the buckles popping open. Your chest expands. For the first time in 16 hours, your heart doesn't have to be brave. It doesn't have to be on. It can just beat, steady and soft, like a quiet drum in a distant room. Your breath starts to find its own rhythm now, deeper and slower, filling the space where that heavy protection used to be. The armor is falling away. and underneath your skin is finally starting to breathe. Feel the gauntlets, the armor on your hands sliding off. These are the hands that have been typing, driving, scrolling, and clutching the steering wheel of your life so tightly. Look at your palms in your mind's eye. They are open now, they are empty. And in that emptiness, there is a profound sense of safety. You aren't holding anything back. You aren't pushing anything away. You are simply resting in the isness of this moment. The bed feels softer now, doesn't it? Almost like it's rising up to meet you, absorbing your weight. That's because there's less of that armored self left. You're becoming lighter. Think of a warm summer rain in the Midwest, the kind that washes the dust off the porch and turns the world a deep, quiet green. Let that feeling of washing away move down to your legs. Unbuckle the heavy greaves from your shins, the boots that have walked miles of pavement and office carpet. Your feet feel weightless now. They don't have to carry you anywhere else tonight. The journey for today is complete. You have arrived. In the old stories, the Buddha, we get so attached to being the worker or the provider that we forget the quiet, luminous soul underneath. Tonight, as you lie here, you are none of those things. You aren't your job title. You aren't your bank balance. You aren't even your mistakes. You are just a human being, breathing in the dark, held by gravity, protected by the silence. The warm light of your lantern is dimming now, turning into a soft golden ember. Your breath is a slow tide, pulling you further away from the shore of doing and closer to the vast, peaceful ocean of being. There is a deep, honey-like warmth spreading through your limbs. Your muscles are letting go of their secrets, releasing the tension they've been hoarding since Monday morning. You've shed the armor, you've put down the sword. You are standing in your own truth, soft, vulnerable, and perfectly at peace. As the room grows even quieter, notice how the space around you seems to expand. You aren't confined by the walls of your house or the limits of your skin. You are part of the night air, part of the slow, turning earth. Everything is exactly as it should be. The world is taking care of itself for a while. You've done your part. Now just listen to the silence that follows the rain and feel how deeply you are allowed to simply exist. And in this simple state of existing, you begin to notice something profound. A quiet, steady power that has been waiting for you to stop running. It is the earth beneath your floor, the foundation beneath your bed, and the gravity that reaches up to hold you close. For so long, you have been the one holding things up. You've been the pillar for your family, the engine for your career, the steady hand in the storm. But tonight, the roles are reversed. Tonight, you are the one being held. Can you feel the weight of your body against the sheets? It's not the heavy, exhausting weight of a burden. It is the weight of presence. It is the weight of grace. Start by bringing your awareness down to your heels. Notice how they press into the mattress, finding their own deep groove in the fabric. Imagine your feet are like smooth stones at the bottom of a clear American river, stable, ancient, and completely at rest. as the water of the day's events flows harmlessly over them. There is no need to move. There is nowhere to walk. Every muscle in your calves and your thighs is beginning to untether itself from the bone. It feels like a slow, warm melting, like honey spreading over a piece of toasted bread on a quiet Sunday morning. The tension you've been carrying in your legs, the readiness to jump up and handle the next emergency, is simply dissolving. As your legs grow heavy, that warmth travels upward into your hips. This is the center of your being, the place where we often store our deepest anxieties about survival and security. Feel your pelvis sinking. Let it become like a heavy anchor dropped into the deep, still waters of a harbor at midnight. You are anchored now. You are not drifting into the what-ifs of tomorrow or the should-haves of yesterday. You are right here, occupying this exact square foot of the universe, and it is a space that belongs entirely to you. The bed seems to grow even softer, even more supportive, as you allow your lower back to flatten and release. Think of the long, rolling hills of the Great Plains under a vast, silent sky. Your spine is like that landscape, natural, curved, and finally at peace. Each vertebra is creating a little more space for the next. The breath moves into your belly now, not the shallow, tight breathing of a stressful commute, but a deep, oceanic rise and fall. It's the breath of a person who knows they are safe. With every exhale, you are leaning more heavily into the truth of this moment. You might notice that as your body becomes heavier, your thoughts begin to feel thinner, more transparent. They are like distant radio static from a station you finally tuned out. You can hear them, but you don't have to listen. They are just sounds in the background of your presence. Bring that soft, warm light of your attention to your shoulders and your neck. This is where we carry the weight of the world, the heavy, invisible pack of expectations we lug around our American cities. Notice if there's a tiny bit of lingering grip there. Let it go. Let your shoulders spread wide, sinking away from your ears. Feel the mattress absorbing that old tension, pulling it out of your body and neutralizing it. You are becoming a part of the bed, a part of the quiet room, a part of the night itself. Your arms are resting now, heavy and still. Your fingers are slightly curled like the petals of a flower closing for the night. There is nothing for these hands to do. No screens to touch, no keys to turn, no hands to shake. They have done enough. They are allowed to be silent. Now let your awareness drift up to your face. Soften the tiny muscles around your eyes. Imagine that same gentle summer rain we felt earlier is now just a mist, cooling your brow, smoothing out the lines of worry. Let your jaw drop slightly, letting the tongue rest away from the roof of the mouth. This is the ultimate surrender. When the face softens, the brain receives the signal that the war is over. There is no need to be ready anymore. There is only the need to be. Behind your closed eyelids, there is a soft, dark vastness. It's not an empty darkness, but a fertile one, like the rich soil of a garden waiting for spring. In this space, you are not a name, a social security number, or a job description. You are a luminous presence, a quiet observer of the breath. Feel the coolness of the air in your nostrils. Feel the warmth as it leaves, carrying away the last remnants of the day's doing. You are so heavy now, so beautifully grounded that it feels as if you could never be shaken again. This is the unshakable quality the ancient teachers spoke of. It isn't found by building walls or getting ahead. It is found by sinking so deeply into the present moment that the storms of life can only touch the surface. Down here in the depths of your presence, everything is still, everything is quiet. The warm light of your awareness is now just a faint, pulsing glow, timed perfectly with the slow, rhythmic beat of your heart. You are a part of the earth's own breathing. You are a part of the star's own silence. You have finally stopped fighting the gravity of your life. And in surrendering to it, you have found that it doesn't pull you down. It holds you up. Everything you've been searching for, the security, the validation, the peace, is already here in the simple weight of your body on this bed. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to chase it. You just have to be heavy enough to receive it. The room is very dark now, very still. The rain has stopped, leaving only the scent of freshness and the sound of silence. You are here. You are whole. You are present. And in this presence, there is a door that is slowly, quietly beginning to open, a door that leads away from the world of noise and into the world of light. As that door swings wide, the soft light spills across your hands, resting there on the bed, and you begin to notice a habit you've carried since the sun first rose this morning, perhaps a habit you've carried for years. It's the habit of the clench. We are a nation of builders and doers, taught from the time we clench our fists around our steering wheels in traffic, we clench our jaws as we scan our bank statements, and we clench our hearts around the people we love, terrified that if we loosen our grip even a fraction, they might slip away into the unknown. But look at your hands now in the dim, warm light of this room. Feel the micro tensions in your knuckles, the subtle curl of your fingers, the way your palms are braced to catch something or hold something back. This is the fist of survival. It is an exhausting way to live. When your hand is a fist, it's a weapon or a shield, but it can never be a cup. It can never receive the very peace you've been praying for, because there is no room inside a closed hand for anything new. Think of it like holding a heavy rope in a tug of war against life. You think that by pulling harder, by gripping tighter, you are winning. But the rope is your worry, your overthinking, your need to control the outcome of next week's meeting or next month's crisis. The harder you pull, the more it hurts. Now, right here on this bed, I want you to try something revolutionary. I want you to just let go of the rope. Don't drop it with a jerk, just relax your fingers. Let them unfurl slowly, like the petals of a Missouri evening primrose opening under the moonlight. As your palms flatten and turn upward toward the ceiling, feel the sudden rush of space. It's a physical sensation, isn't it? A cooling, a softening. When the palm is open, the tension has nowhere to hide. The white knuckle energy of your day begins to drain out through your fingertips, soaking into the mattress, vanishing into the deep, quiet earth below. In this open-handed state, you are practicing a very old kind of wisdom. The ancient teachers used to say that we suffer not because life is changing, but because we try to freeze the world in a perfect state, trying to force the people around us to be who we want them to be, trying to force ourselves to be more than human. We think that by squeezing we are protecting, but you cannot hold a handful of river water by squeezing it. To hold the water, you must open your hand and let it rest there. Tonight, let your life be the water. Let your worries be the water. You don't have to fix the flow. You just have to stop trying to dam it up with your bare hands. Feel your breath slowing down even more now, moving into the space your open hands have created. It's a long, gentle draw of air, like the sound of a soft rain hitting a dusty porch. Steady, rhythmic, and kind. With every exhale, the fist in your mind begins to soften too. Those tight knots of what if and I must are beginning to fray and loosen. They are becoming thin, like wisps of fog being burned away by a rising sun. You can almost see them drifting toward the ceiling and dissolving into the shadows. It's a lot of work, isn't it? Being the CEO of your own destiny at 3 in the morning. But the position is closed for the night. You've been relieved of duty. Notice how, as your hands stay open and heavy, the rest of your body follows suit. Your elbows feel like they are made of lead. Your chest feels broad and spacious, as if a heavy weight has been lifted off your sternum. There is a warm light pulsing in the center of your palms now, a gentle golden warmth that feels like the sun on your skin during a Saturday afternoon nap. This warmth is the energy of allowing. It's the energy that says, I am enough, just as I am, and the universe is capable of taking care of itself while I rest. In the American tradition, we are often told that letting go means giving up or losing, but look at your hands. You haven't lost anything by opening them. You've gained the freedom to move. Letting go isn't a defeat, it's an invitation. It's telling the world, I trust you. I trust the timing of my life. I trust that what is meant for me will find its way into these open palms without me having to chase it down. Your thoughts are very sparse now, like stars appearing one by one in a vast, dark sky. Between each thought, there is a large, comfortable silence. A silence as deep as a forest after a fresh snowfall. You are drifting now, floating on that river of isness, no longer kicking against the current, no longer clutching at the branches on the shore. You are heavy, you are open, you are safe. The warm light is fading into a deep velvety blue, and the bed is a cradle, rocking you almost imperceptibly with the rhythm of your own breath. The fist is gone. There is only the palm, open and ready. As your palms rest there, open and receptive, you might notice that this softness in your hands begins to travel upward, reaching toward a part of you that is rarely seen in the busy daylight. It's a quiet, tender place, the part of you that still feels like that small child waiting for a sign that everything is going to be okay. In our fast-paced American life, we are so good at being adults. We are experts at being the fixer, the achiever, and the one who holds it all together. But underneath that capable exterior, there is a heart that is simply tired. A heart that has been running a marathon for years, trying to prove its worth, trying to be enough for a world that never stops asking for more. Tonight, the adult can step out of the room. You don't have to be the one in charge of the answers or the one responsible for the future. Imagine a soft, golden warmth. That same warm light. It's like a heavy, hand-knitted blanket being pulled up to your chin by someone who loves you without any conditions. It's the feeling of coming home after a very long trip and realizing you don't have to go anywhere ever again. Listen to the rhythm of your breath. It has slowed to a gentle, steady hum, like a soft summer rain pattering on the roof of a cozy cabin in the woods. With every rise of your chest, imagine you are saying to yourself, "It's okay, you're safe." And with every fall, whisper, "You've done enough for today." We are often our own harshest critics. We lay awake at night and replay our mistakes like a movie we can't turn off. The things we didn't say, the work we didn't finish, the ways we think we failed, the people we love. But in the quiet of this bed, those judgments have no power. They are just shadows. And shadows can't exist where there is light. Think of those self-critical thoughts as fallen leaves being washed away. They are just things that happened, and now they are passing by. In the tradition of the heart, there is a beautiful understanding that your value doesn't come from what you produce or how much you achieve. You are worthy of rest simply because you exist. You don't have to earn this sleep. You don't have to deserve this peace. It is your birthright. Feel the muscles around your eyes and your brow softening even further, as if a gentle hand is smoothing away the day's frown. There is a younger version of you inside, the one who used to look at the world with wonder before the weight of shoulds and musts took over. Tonight, you are tucking that part of you in. You are telling that quiet heart, you don't have to carry the world anymore. I've got you. The universe has got you. Your body is so heavy now. It feels as though you are sinking inches deep into the softness of the mattress. The bed is a sanctuary, a place where time has no meaning. There is no clock ticking toward a deadline. There is only the vast, dark velvet of the present moment. Your thoughts are becoming sparse and hazy, like distant streetlights seen through a fog. You aren't chasing them, you aren't trying to make sense of them, you are just letting them be as you would listen to the wind in the trees outside, a sound that doesn't require any action from you. Feel the warmth of that inner whisper spreading through your entire being. It moves from your heart down into your stomach, relaxing the deep hidden knots of tension there. It moves down your arms to those open palms, filling them with a sense of profound kindness. You are treating yourself with the same compassion you would give to a dear friend who is exhausted. You are giving yourself permission to stop being a doer and to simply be a being. The American dreamer in us often fears that if we stop striving, we will fall behind. But tonight, the highest form of wisdom is to stop. The most productive thing you can do is to surrender to this rest. When you are kind to yourself, you are healing the world in a small but powerful way. You are reclaiming your peace from the noise. Everything is quiet now. The warm light is very dim, very soft, glowing like a candle in a window far away. Your breath is so slow, so deep that it feels like the earth itself is breathing through you. You are held. You are protected. You are loved, not for what you do, but for the quiet light that stays within you even when you are asleep. The child inside is finally closing their eyes, feeling the safety of your presence and the comfort of this bed. The day is a closed book. The night is an open arms. Let yourself drift. Let yourself fall into the deep healing waters of self-forgiveness. You did your best today, and your best was exactly enough. As you ready yourself to meet that slow, dark tide, notice how the boundaries of your body seem to soften, merging with the very air around you. The heavy armor you shed and the quiet child you've tucked in have left behind a spaciousness, a clearing in the woods of your soul, where a new kind of peace can finally take root. Imagine now that you aren't just lying in your room, but resting on the mossy bank of a gentle, wandering stream, perhaps somewhere in the quiet hills of the Appalachians or a hidden forest in the Pacific Northwest. The air is cool and crisp, carrying the scent of damp cedar and ancient stones, and the only sound is the rhythmic, silver chatter of water moving over the earth. Above you, the canopy is thick with the colors of a late American autumn, burnt oranges, deep reds, and shimmering golds. And there, on a branch of a great weathered oak, a single leaf reaches the end of its journey. This leaf doesn't struggle. It doesn't look back at the branch with regret or look forward to the water with fear. It has spent the summer dancing in the light, and now it understands that its season has shifted. With a grace that only nature possesses, it simply lets go. Watch that leaf in your mind's eye as it spirals slowly through the cool air and lands, weightless as a whisper, on the surface of the stream. It doesn't try to swim against the current. It doesn't try to steer itself toward a different shore or cling to a passing rock. It simply rests on the water's back, allowing the stream to take it wherever it needs to go. Your life is that stream, and the events of your day are those leaves. For so long, we are conditioned to believe that we must be the ones in control, the ones paddling harder, the ones directing the flow. We think that if we stop doing, everything will fall apart. The same intelligence that moves the tides of the Atlantic and turns the seasons across our plains is the same intelligence that is breathing through you right now. You don't have to be the captain tonight. You don't have to be the navigator. You can just be the leaf. Feel your body sinking deeper into the mossy bed of your mattress. Your limbs are so heavy now, they feel as if they are made of the very earth beneath the stream. The bed is rising up to meet you, cradling you in a way that makes you feel completely supported. There is no effort required to stay afloat. The universe is doing the work for you. As you watch the golden leaf drift further away, notice your thoughts. They are becoming sparse now, like the trees on a distant fog-covered ridge. A thought might appear, perhaps a flicker of a deadline or a memory of a difficult conversation. But instead of grabbing it, you simply place it on a leaf and set it on the water. Watch it float away. See it bobbing gently on the ripples, moving further and further into the distance until it disappears around the bend of the river. You don't need to understand where the water is going. You only need to know that the water knows the way. The warm light of the moon is filtering through the branches now, casting long, peaceful shadows across the forest floor. It's a soft indigo light that feels like a cool compress on your mind. Your breath is matching the rhythm of the stream, a long, slow draw of life, followed by a long, effortless release. The coolness of the forest air fills your lungs. Though you release the last of your resistance into the night. In the ancient wisdom of the heart, we learn that peace is not something we create, it is something we reveal when we stop fighting the natural flow of things. We spend so much energy trying to keep things from changing, trying to hold on to people, but the leaf knows that the beauty is in the letting go. The leaf knows that by releasing the branch, it becomes part of the journey. Tonight, you are part of that journey. You are not separate from the trees, the water, or the stars. You are a natural expression of the world. And just like the forest in winter, you are allowed to be still. You are allowed to be quiet. You are allowed to let your doing self fall away like the autumn leaves, making room for the deep, silent rest of the soul. Your thoughts are very thinned out now, like the mist rising off the water at dawn. There is a vast space opening up inside you, a space that feels cool, dark, and incredibly safe. You are drifting now, floating further and further away from the noise of the world. The bed is your raft, the breath is your current, and the night is your home. The stream is carrying you into a place where there are no questions and no answers. Only the sound of the water, only the weight of the earth. Only the slow, steady pulse of a world that loves you, even when you are doing nothing at all. Let the current take you. Let the shadows fold around you. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And as you rest in that place where you truly belong, notice how the canopy of the forest begins to thin, revealing the vast indigo theater of the night sky above. There is a strange, beautiful relief in looking up and realizing how much space there actually is. Throughout your day, your mind likely felt like a crowded city street. Neon signs of worry flashing, the constant traffic of what next, and the heavy smog of not enough. But right now, lying here in the sanctuary of your bed, you are stepping out of that city and into the wide open plains of your own consciousness. And those thoughts that have been keeping you awake, Those fears about the future or the echoes of today's stress, they are just clouds. Some are small and wispy, like a stray memory of a grocery list. Others are heavy and dark, like a summer thunderstorm rolling across the Midwest. But here is the truth that the night wants you to remember: no matter how big the storm is, the sky never breaks. The sky doesn't try to argue with the clouds. It doesn't try to push them away or demand that they turn into something else. The sky simply provides the space for them to exist, to move, and eventually to dissolve. Feel your body sinking another inch deeper into the bed, your muscles becoming as soft as the cool night air. As you breathe, imagine each inhale is like a gentle wind moving through that high altitude space. Each exhale is a slow, steady release, allowing the clouds of your thoughts to drift further and further apart. Look at the space between the clouds. That's where the real peace lives. It's the velvet darkness that holds the stars. It's the silence that remains when the wind dies down. You might notice a thought appearing now, maybe a flash of an email you forgot to send, or a pang of "did I do enough?" Instead of stepping into that cloud and letting it wrap you in fog, just stay as the sky, watch it float by. Notice its shape, its color, and then notice the vast, silent blue-black space that opens up behind it as it moves along. Your breath is very long now, very quiet, like the sound of distant rain falling on a far-off ridge. It's a rhythmic pulse that reminds you that you don't have to think your way into peace. Peace is what's left over when you stop chasing the clouds. In our busy American lives, we are taught to be the problem solvers, to be the ones who manage the weather of our lives. We think that if we just analyze our anxiety enough, we can make it disappear. But tonight, you are learning a higher kind of power, the power of the observer. You aren't the cloud. You are the sky that allows the cloud to be. You aren't the storm. You are the stillness that the storm passes through. Notice how the warm light of the stars seems to pulse in time with your own heartbeat. It's a soft silver light that doesn't demand anything. It doesn't ask you to be productive. It doesn't ask you to be better. It just shines, reflecting the quiet, luminous quality of your own soul that remains untouched by the day's chaos. As the spaces between your thoughts grow wider, you might feel a sense of melting into the mattress. The bed isn't just a piece of furniture anymore. It's a gravity well of comfort, pulling the last bits of doing out of your limbs. Your thoughts are becoming sparse, like a few lonely clouds on the horizon at midnight. They are so far away now that they don't even have words anymore. They are just shapes, shifting and fading into the dark. You are so much more than the stories you tell yourself. You are the vastness. You are the silence. You are the space where everything is allowed to just be. Feel the cool mist of that inner rain washing over your mind, settling the dust of the day. The air in your lungs feels thin and sweet, like high mountain air. With every exhale, you are expanding. You aren't just a person in a room. You are the room. You are the house. You are the night sky itself, stretching out over the hills and the rivers, vast and unbothered. There is nothing to reach for. There is nothing to hold on to. The sky doesn't hold on to the clouds, and tonight you don't have to hold on to your life. You can let the world turn without you for a few hours. The stars will stay in their places. The earth will keep its rhythm. And you can simply rest in the wide open space of your own presence. The clouds are almost gone now. Only the deep, velvety indigo remains. You are drifting in that space, weightless and free, as the light of your lantern fades into the infinite dark. And within that dark, infinite vastness, you find that your body has become a vessel for the very peace you've been observing. You aren't just looking at the night, you are the night, and the night is a soft, heavy blanket that is now beginning to pull every remaining bit of tension out of your physical form. There is a deep, honey-like warmth, that same soft lantern light, that is moving slowly through you, starting at the very tips of your toes and working its way up, turning everything it touches into liquid comfort. Feel your feet again. They are so heavy now that they feel as if they are made of warm, dark clay, sinking into the very foundation of the house. Every tiny muscle in your arches, the ones that have been braced against the pavement of your American life all week, is finally surrendering. Think of them like a thirsty garden bed after a long, dry July, finally receiving a slow, soaking rain. The water deepens, the soil softens, and everything that was tight and parched begins to expand and relax. This melting sensation moves upward into your calves and knees. You can feel the heavy, dull ache of a day's work simply dissolving, as if your legs were blocks of ice left out in the gentle afternoon sun. They are becoming part of the bed now. There is no separation between your skin and the sheets. You are just a weight, a presence, a deep sigh of a person. Your thighs, where we hold so much of our readiness, are widening and flattening against the mattress. Imagine the buckles of a heavy harness being undone. You don't need to be ready to run, to stand, or to prove anything. The striving energy is leaving you, flowing out of your body and into the quiet air of the room. Your breath is a long, slow tide now, pulling that warmth into you. Each time you exhale, it's like your body is saying a silent yes to the earth's gravity. You are sinking, you are safe, you are held. Feel that warm light moving into your belly, smoothing out the hidden knots of worry that stay there even when we think we're relaxed. In our culture, we're taught to gut it out, to keep our core tight and our defenses up. But tonight, your core is a calm, dark pool. The surface is perfectly still, no ripples, no tension, just a deep rhythmic rise and fall that feels as natural as the turning of the globe. As the melting continues, let it wash over your chest and your shoulders. This is the place where we carry the invisible backpacks of our should-haves and must-dos. Feel the straps finally snapping, your shoulders spread wide, sinking away from your neck, melting into the soft sanctuary of the pillows. It feels like a long, slow unfolding, like a map that's been folded too tight for too long. Your arms are like heavy, sun-warmed branches. Your hands, those open palms we spoke of, are so relaxed now that they feel weightless, yet deeply connected to everything around you. The bones feel soft, the blood moves with a slow, quiet dignity. You aren't a machine anymore. You are a living, breathing landscape of peace. And then the melting reaches your neck and your jaw. This is often the final fortress of our resistance. Let it go. Let your jaw hang heavy and loose. Feel the skin on your face becoming like silk, smoothed by that invisible cooling rain. Your eyes are resting deep in their sockets, no longer searching for answers, no longer scanning the horizon. The tiny muscles around your mouth, the ones that hold your social face together, are simply giving up. You don't have to look like anything to anyone. You can just be. Your thoughts are very thinned out now, sparse and hazy like distant fireflies over a dark. They don't have voices anymore. They are just flickers of light in the vast velvet space of your mind. You are so heavy, so beautifully melted into the bed that you could no longer tell where you end and the rest of the world begins. This is the state of true alignment, the place where the body stops fighting reality and starts harmonizing with it. You are a part of the house, a part of the trees outside, a part of the stars above. The you that was so stressed and tired is becoming part of the great, silent isness of the night, leaving the weight of the day exactly where it belongs, in the past, creates a sudden, quiet opening within you, a doorway into a part of your soul you may have neglected during the daylight hours. Imagine your heart as a sacred room, a space that was meant to be filled with light and the scent of fresh pine. But over the years, without even noticing, we tend to treat this inner room like an attic in an old American. We stack up boxes of old resentments, we leave the dust of yesterday's failures to settle on the floorboards, and we clutter the corners with the heavy, rusted furniture of what could have been. We hold on to old versions of ourselves, the person we were before that heartbreak, or the version of us that still feels the sting of a criticism from 10 years ago. But tonight, as you lie here in the sanctuary of your bed, the house is finally quiet, the notifications have stopped, the hustle has faded, and in this stillness, the windows of your inner room are beginning to slide open, just an inch at first. Feel your breath moving into this space. It's not a forced breath, it's a gentle evening breeze, like the cool wind that rolls off the Great Lakes after a humid day. With every long, slow inhale, that breeze moves into the dusty corners of your heart. It doesn't judge the clutter. It doesn't ask why you've been keeping those old boxes of not enough for so long. It just flows. And with every effortless exhale, you can feel that wind carrying away the fine gray dust of the day's worries. Imagine a soft, warm light, that same golden lantern light from earlier, now glowing from the center of this room. It's a light that reveals everything but heals as it touches. As you sink deeper into your mattress, see yourself simply letting the heavy, outdated furniture be moved out. That old grudge you've been nursing like a broken heirloom, let the wind take it. The expired dream that no longer fits who you are becoming, let it dissolve into the mist. You don't have to do the heavy lifting tonight. You only have to give the room permission to be empty. There is a deep, hidden exhaustion that comes from living in a cluttered mind. We pay mental rent on memories that no longer serve us, and we use up our precious energy defending a version of ourselves that has already changed. But the wisdom of the night reminds us that a cup can only be used, a heart can only receive a new blessing if it has cleared a place for it to land. As the room of your heart begins to feel more spacious, your body responds with a profound sense of relief. Your chest feels broader, lighter, as if a tight band of wire has finally been snipped. Your thoughts are thinned out now, sparse as the stars over a desert highway. There is no noise here, just the soft, rhythmic sound of the rain of your breath, washing the floorboards of your spirit. Think of how good it feels to walk into a house that has just been cleaned, where the air is fresh and the light is clear. That is what is happening inside you right now. You are removing the emotional baggage you were never meant to carry through your whole life. You are letting go of the almosts, the almost loved, the almost successful. You are clearing the doorway so that whatever is truly meant for you can find its way in without having to climb over the wreckage of the past. Your limbs are so heavy now. They feel as if they are part of the foundation of this clean, quiet room. You aren't doing the cleaning. You are allowing the cleaning to happen. It is a biological reset, a spiritual homecoming. The warm light in the center of your chest is growing softer, cooler, turning into a gentle indigo glow. The shadows in the corners have vanished. There is only peace. There is only space. In this new, uncluttered space, you might find a quiet sense of dignity returning to you. You are no longer defined by what you hold on to. You are defined by the vastness of what you can let go of. You are becoming a vessel for the silence. The air you are breathing feels sweet and thin, like the air at the peak of a mountain. Every time you exhale, you are releasing a little more of the old you into the night, making room for the version of you that will wake up tomorrow, refreshed, renewed, and unburdened. The room is ready. The windows are open to the stars. The bed is a soft sea of tranquility. As you wait for that gentle anchor of sleep to descend, you realize that you already carry within you a companion who has never once left your side, even in the loudest moments of the day. It is the steady, unhurried rhythm of your own breath. In our world of high-speed connections and 24-hour news cycles, it often feels like we are small boats caught in a restless Atlantic storm. We are tossed by the waves of not enough time, not enough money, and the constant thundering pressure to stay afloat. We spend so much of our American lives trying to outrun the storm, or worse, trying to yell louder than the wind. But tonight, the boat has finally found a quiet, hidden cove. The wind may still be howling far out at sea, and the clouds may still be moving across the horizon of your mind, But here in the sanctuary of this bed, the water is glassy and dark. And the anchor you've been looking for isn't made of iron or steel. It is made of the very air moving through your lungs right now. Bring your attention to that soft rhythmic movement. Don't try to change it. Don't try to make it deeper or better. Just witness it. The boat rises on a gentle, invisible swell. The boat settles back down into the stillness. This breath is your constant. It is the one thing in your life that doesn't ask for a resume, a credit score, or an explanation. It is the pulse of the universe itself, whispered directly into your chest. Notice how, as you focus on this anchor, the storm of your thoughts begins to lose its power. A thought about tomorrow's deadline might flash like distant lightning, but instead of being struck by it, you simply return to the rise and fall of your ribs. Each breath is a signal to your nervous system that the emergency is over. The warm light of your awareness is now localized entirely in this steady rhythm. It feels like the slow, comforting beat of a lighthouse beam sweeping across the dark water, regular, reliable, and ancient. There is a deep biological trust happening here. You don't have to do the breathing. It happens for you. Even when you are too tired to think, even when you are too stressed to feel, the breath stays. It is the ultimate expression of the ancient wisdom that says you are always supported, even when you feel most alone. In the American hustle, we forget that we are part of a larger, living system. We think we have to provide our own oxygen for our own souls. But tonight, you can let the universe breathe for you. Feel the heavy, comforting weight of your limbs as they sink further into the mattress, tethered to the present moment by this silver thread of air. Your shoulders have thinned out, your jaw has softened, and the muscles around your heart have finally uncurled. You are no longer navigating, you have dropped the anchor into the deep, fertile silt of the now. Think of the rain of your breath as a cooling mist that settles the dust of the day's chaos. It washes over your mind, turning the sharp edges of your worries into smooth, rounded stones. The more you watch the breath, the more the silence in the room seems to deepen. It's a silence that feels like the vast, open plains under a harvest moon, quiet, expectant, and profoundly safe. In the storms of our lives, we often believe that we are the waves. We think we are the anger, the fear, or the exhaustion. But the anchor reminds you that you are the deep, still water beneath the waves. The storm only happens on the surface. Down here where the anchor rests, there is no wind, there is no noise, there is only the slow, rhythmic thrum of being alive. Your thoughts are now like a few scattered stars, seen through the parting clouds after a heavy storm. They are thinned out, distant, and beautiful in their sparse simplicity. You aren't chasing the stars. You are just the space that holds them. The warm light in your chest has become a soft, pulsing indigo, perfectly synced with the air moving in and out of your body. You are anchored in grace. You are anchored in truth. The bed is no longer just a place to sleep, it is a vessel of tranquility, and the anchor of your breath is holding you exactly where you need to be. You are not drifting into the past. You are not being swept into the future. You are right here. You are home. The rhythm of your life has slowed to the pace of the turning earth. Each inhale is a quiet I am. Each exhale is a soft at peace. There is nothing left to solve. There is nothing left to fear. The storm has retreated, and the silence that remains is the most beautiful sound you've ever heard. You are ready now, unburdened and grounded, to let the water of sleep rise up and take you into the deep, where the anchor rests in perfect stillness. And in that perfect stillness, where the anchor of your breath holds you fast to the peace of the present, you see a threshold beginning to form in the soft, indigo dark. It isn't a gate made of wood or iron that requires a key or a heavy hand to open. It is a gate made of mist, of starlight, and of the long, quiet shadows of a world at rest. This is the sleep gate, the boundary between the world of doing and the world of dreaming, between the person you have been all day and the vast, unburdened presence you are becoming. You have arrived at this threshold not by running or by effort, but by the sacred art of softening. Look at how far you've come. The clench of the fist has surrendered to the open palm. The house of your heart is clean, and the storm has retreated beyond the horizon. Now the only thing left to do is to step through. But even stepping feels like too much work. Instead, imagine yourself simply leaning into the dark. It is a kind darkness, the dark of a quiet American forest after a summer rain, where the air is sweet with the scent of damp earth and pine. The mattress beneath you is no longer a solid object. It has become a soft, white cloud, rising up to cushion your transition. Feel the gravity of the earth whispering to your bones, inviting them to let go of their last secrets. Your marrow feels heavy, your skin feels like silk, and the very air in the room is a warm embrace. The warm light that has been your companion tonight is fading now, turning into a faint, rhythmic pulse, like a lighthouse seen through a heavy fog. You don't need to see the way. You don't need to know where the gate leads. In the wisdom of the heart, we know that sleep is the ultimate act of trust. Your thoughts are no longer words. They have become images. Brief, flickering scenes of a quiet porch, a field of tall grass under a harvest moon, or the slow, rhythmic sweep of a bird's wing. You aren't judging these images, you aren't trying to make sense of them, you are just watching them move past as you drift closer to the gate. The space between each breath is growing longer, more spacious. In that space, there is no you, there is only peace. There is only the silence of the great turning earth. Notice the tiny muscles around your eyes. They are the final guards at the gate. Let them dissolve. Let the eyelids become so heavy that they feel like they are part of the night itself. The jaw is loose, the throat is open, and the breath is a slow, silver tide that is now pulling you across the threshold. You are moving away. The sounds of the house, the hum of the city, the distant echoes of the day, they are all receding, becoming smaller and smaller until they are nothing but a single grain of sand at the bottom of a deep, dark ocean. In our American life, we are taught to fear the unknown. But tonight, the unknown is your sanctuary. It is the place where you go to be renewed. It is the koilan, the wholesome realm, where the soul rests and the body heals. You are crossing over now, leaving behind the weight of your identity. You don't have to be a provider, a worker, or a survivor. You are just a light, a presence, a dream beginning to form. The sleep gate is wide open now. It feels like a long, slow sigh. Feel the mist of that cooling rain one last time as it settles over your mind, washing away the last traces of self-consciousness. You are becoming the dark. You are becoming the silence. The bed is a raft, and the tide is pulling you out into a sea of tranquil indigo. There is a deep, resonant hum in the universe, a vibration of pure, unconditional safety that is matching the beat of your heart. Everything is ready. The world you left behind is in good hands. The future you were worried about is a distant land you haven't reached yet. There is only this crossing, this softening, this slow, beautiful disappearing. Your breath is so quiet now, it's like the sound of a falling leaf. Your heart is so calm, it's like a mountain lake at midnight. You are stepping through. The air is growing cooler, deeper, and more peaceful. The gate is closing softly behind you, shutting out the noise and the light. On this side, there are no clocks. There are no mirrors. There is only the long, healing rest that you have earned. And as you step fully into that silence, finally coming home to the version of yourself that needs no armor and no answers, you find that the darkness here is not an end, but a beginning. It is the fertile ground where your spirit goes to be renewed, far away from the noise of the streets and the weight of your expectations. You have finally learned the most sacred lesson of the night, that letting go is not a loss. It is a return. It is the act of handing back the heavy things you were never meant to carry, and trusting that the universe, the same vast intelligence that turns the American plains toward the sun, is more than capable of holding you while you rest. Lying here now in the profound softness of this bed, you can feel the truth of this journey settling into your bones like a warm, golden honey. You've seen that when the fist becomes a palm, it doesn't become empty, it becomes a cup. You've felt that when the doing becomes being, you aren't falling behind. You are finally aligning with the deep, quiet current of your own destiny. Every breath you take in this darkness is a testament to your worthiness, not for what you've achieved today, but simply for the beautiful, steady light that stays within you even when the world isn't looking. So as you linger here in this indigo twilight, let these wishes wash over you like a soft, cooling rain, sealing in the peace you've cultivated. These are not demands. They are simple seeds of kindness for your American soul. May you be safe. May you feel the strength of the earth beneath you and the protection of the silence around you. May your house be a fortress of tranquility tonight, and may no worry from tomorrow find a way across your threshold. May you be happy, not the loud, fleeting happiness of the daylight, but the deep, quiet joy of a heart that is no longer at war with itself. May you find happiness in the simple rise and fall of your chest and in the knowledge that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you be healthy. May your nervous system finally find its rest and digest rhythm. May your muscles soften, your cells repair, and your mind grow clear and spacious. May your body feel like a safe and sacred home again, unburdened by the stress you've asked it to hold for so long. May you live with ease. May you stop pushing the river and start floating on its back. May you trust that what is meant for you will never require you to break yourself to keep it. May you walk through your life tomorrow with the same open palms and steady breath that you found here tonight. Take a long, slow breath in now, feeling that metta, that loving kindness, filling every corner of your lungs. And as you exhale, feel it spreading out from your heart, moving through your heavy limbs and out into the room. You are no longer just a person resting in a bed. You are a source of peace, radiating up. Before you drift away into the deep, dark sea of dreams, remember that this peace belongs to you. It wasn't something I gave you. It was something you revealed by letting the noise fall away. And because it belongs to you, you can return to this sanctuary whenever the world feels a bit too loud. If you felt a spark of healing tonight, or if you found a moment of stillness that you haven't felt in a long time, consider this a seed of Phúc Bao, a ripple of good energy that you can carry forward. Perhaps when you wake, you can share this quiet light with someone else who is tired. You can plant a seed of peace in your own community simply by being a person who knows how to breathe, how to trust, and how to let go. If this journey has served your soul, feel free to join our circle of quiet seekers by subscribing or leaving a word of peace in the comments below. Your presence here, in the silence, helps create a reservoir of calm that others can find when they are lost in the storm. We are all walking each other home, one breath at a time. The warm light of the lantern is gone now. There is only the velvety dark. There is only the soft rain of the silence. Your thoughts are thinned out into nothingness. Your body is a mountain. Your breath is the wind. You have my permission, and more importantly, you have your own permission to stop, to cease, to sleep. The day is a closed chapter. The future is an unwritten page. There is only this crossing, this beautiful dark bridge between tonight and tomorrow. Let the waves of sleep rise up to meet you. Let the shadows fold you in. You are safe. You are loved. You are whole. Good night, my friend. May your dreams be as vast and peaceful as the sky. May you wake up when the light is right, feeling the alignment of a soul